At the Balaur Arms 15th century Italian dagger. This one is balanced really well. This one can obviously be paired with the Balaur Arms 15th century Italian Longsword. It complements it very well. We'll take a look at some specs on this one, do some up close looks in the scabbard, out of the scabbard, and then we'll do some cut testing. Alright, overall length on this one out of the scabbard is 17 3/4 inches. This is a double-edged dagger with a really deep diamond cross section. I already did the cutting on it and it was exceptional on the cutting. This one has been sharpened by Mark, our sharpening guy, so thank you, Mark. You should thank Mark in the comments below, because without him we wouldn't be able to do any of these videos. We have that 17 3/4 overall length, 11 3/4 inch blade itself. We've got a really nice crossguard with a lip to it that is intended so that obviously you don't get a blade on your hand. And you'll see from the light here, it's not just the reflection alone, but the reflection is showing how deep this diamond cross section is. Some diamond cross sections on some daggers and some swords isn't as deep. This one is exceptional in the sense of you can run your finger over it, and it's the way that they put it together. It does make a big difference. It feels great in the hand. This would obviously be paired with a sword and dagger set if you're playing this more in a parry position with the left hand. Blade weight of 1 pound, 1.6 ounces, so not necessarily a lightweight dagger, but definitely a durable one, built very well. This is high carbon steel, as all Balaur arms are. Great feature, like I said, with the cross section, it's actually a hollow ground cross section, so it takes out excess weight from the dagger. If this was more of just a straight dagger, the blade is straight obviously, but if this was just straight across and just one piece, it perhaps would be a lot heavier, but they've reduced the weight a lot, so being able to move this around into different parries and then with slashes and thrusts allows it to be a very versatile dagger. Alright, taking a look at the scabbard itself, we have a wood cord scabbard. It's a leather wrapped wood cord scabbard with a steel tip. So we'll see it's brown leather, finely stitched on the back. It's got a little bit of a rain guard. If you're familiar with Dark Sword, this lip, Dark Sword has been known in the past for having these. I think it's a great feature on this. Steel tip on the end, just to make sure that the dagger is protected so it doesn't poke through the scabbard. Slides in very nicely. This is what it looks like with the, for this term, a rain guard. The lip goes over it. I like that because if you are holding it, you have a little bit of a bite into the material so you know where the guard is, even if you are holding it how you're supposed to hold it, which is here. If you're holding this, if you're wearing this on a belt or like on a sword frog, it's in a really good position. Even having that little bit of extra material definitely helps. Draws out fine. Coming out of the scabbard, there's a little bit of a pull on it for being wood. Draws out just fine in the forward grip. Draws out fine in reverse grip. No complaints on that. The pommel's peened on this one, so we have a peen pommel. Pretty solid on that. Point of balance is really solid as well. This one is basically right at the guard, so it's not on the front, it's more toward the middle, toward the cross guard. Leather wrapped grip, wood cord leather wrapped grip. This little notch right here allows you to have a little bit of a counterbalance and traction of your grip. So if you're holding this more of a hammer grip, this is personal preference. Or if you are holding this more in a saber grip, where the weapon is being out in front in these different positions, I like having that because it actually notches, no pun intended, well kind of intended, it kind of notches into the middle finger. So if you are in a saber grip or some type of modified saber grip, this actually is a really nice counterbalance, especially with the pommel as well. The notches of the pommel also lay very well into the hand. Also looking at blade width, the blade width is 41 millimeters and the grip length is 3 3/4 inches. So enough for plenty of room for a full grip, whether you are holding this, like I said before, in just a hammer grip, if you're holding this more in a saber grip, or if you are holding this more in a reverse grip if you're doing any type of dagger fighting in that manner. So from here, let's do some up-close looks of this dagger in the scabbard and out of the scabbard. We'll get some sunlight on it so you can see the fine details, and then we'll go to the cut testing. Okay, getting some contrast on this tree stump, we'll see the blade out of the scabbard. There's the rain guard with the stitches over it. Looks really cool. Steel tip on the scabbard. We flip this over. Obviously we're going to have, there's a notch on the handle. Also got the stitches on the back, running all the way down to the end of the tip. Okay, dagger propped up. We'll see that cross section. It's very deep on there. Got the Balaur logo. Crossguard with the lip on it to protect your hand, of course. We look at the pommel. There's the peen pommel. Like I was saying before, whether you're in a hammer grip or you're in more of a saber grip, that pommel locks the hand in very well. So does the notch on the handle right here. All right, so now that we took some up-close looks in the dagger in the scabbard, now the scabbard, let's pan to the cut testing. I gotta say that this did really, really well. So I hope you enjoy the cut testing as much as I did performing it, and let's pan to that. Alright, so there you have it, the Balaur Arms 15th century Italian dagger. As you saw from the cut testing, having this deep cross section, it really, really makes a big difference with using tatami with these. I play with a little bit of thrusting because normally you don't really get to do that. I don't really prefer doing water bottle testing anymore because it's kind of a waste, obviously, unless you're recycling it. But having the tatami gives you a little bit more oomph in that. So I threw some thrusts in there. One of the thrusts kind of skimmed off and it turned into a draw cut. So having that double edge definitely matters on that. Next videos. As always, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. See you in the next video.